If you're a service-based business owner, your website should be doing the heavy lifting for all of your marketing. That's because it's the number one marketing asset. People are going to form first impressions that stick around about your business in the first half a second of seeing it. Now, my companies have built over 2,000 websites in the last 10 years. And in this video, I want to walk through the 8-section layout for high converting service websites. And you may have seen some of these before, but I guarantee there'll be at least one thing in here that will help you get more customers online and have AI trust you better and put your website in front of more people. Okay, so the first thing we need on a service-based website is the hero section. And this is basically the section above the fold. It's the first thing people see. And this has one job, which is to match the temperature of the prospect and get them to say yes and learn more. The truth is about half of the audience is going to bounce immediately here because that's bounce rates at normally 50%. So people will see this and leave immediately. So we've got to catch those people to say, yes, let me learn more and spend the time investigating this business. Now, if the visitors come from the general internet, this familiar approach is best because they know what to expect. Now, if they've come from a paid ad campaign and clicked a link that said something special, or we've given them unique context before they've landed here, then we need to match that temperature. But presuming they're coming from somewhere on the internet, this is a more familiar approach to match. The first one is to keep it simple in the headline, just say exactly what we do. We don't need to be clever here, and ideally speak directly to the person. Then have a sub-headline, which expands a little bit more about what we do and paint a picture of the future success that person can receive. And lastly is a call to action, which is one primary option only, ideally with direct action-oriented language, like book a plumber, get a quote, schedule a call. Ideally, you want to keep the visuals simple, and if we can have a visual of what success looks like. Now, almost half people, as I mentioned, will leave immediately and won't scroll further. Now, the other 50% of people that do scroll are probably still a bit unsure about us. So we want to solve that next by section 2, social proof. Now, with social proof, one of the biggest pushbacks we receive from our customers with their first or new website is, well, Apple doesn't lead with social proof. Why should we? Well, Apple is a dominant company. Everyone knows who Apple is. People probably don't know who your business is from a bar of soap. So we want to let them know, hey, we're a legitimate and live business that's well reviewed and we have a reputation to protect. And that's by building trust immediately with social proof. Now, it can be Google reviews or some other well-known platform. It can be displaying brands that the prospect is familiar with, so they know the visuals that they can be associated with, or your company can be. Or lastly, it can be numbers. They just call out the number of people we've helped or the customers we have, whatever it is. All of this just signals, hey, we're a reputable business and you're in a safe space. Now that the prospect trusts you a little bit more, we can move to section 3, which is outlining exactly what we do in your services. Now, ideally, we make this visual so people can actually see it. And too many companies lead with straight text blobs here. Now, that's going to lose people, especially if it's not scannable. Because remember, most people are going to be looking at your website on a mobile device, getting out of their car, going to soccer practice. So ideally, we make it visual, simple words. And if they need to click through to go to your dedicated services pages, that's okay. Ideally, keep it simple, almost like Instagram. People can scroll and click exactly what they want. Now, once we've outlined our services and shown people that we do what they're looking for, they might still be unsure. So the next section, 4, is the process. Now, this is ideally where we make it, we'll show it to be as simple, as clear as possible. So it might be, give us a call, we do the work, and then you enjoy the results. We can only have a short description under here, but you want to show them the path to success. And if you offer a guarantee, this is the place to include it. Okay, after the process step, we then move on to how we're different. Now, this is important on this page because people like dealing with people. And if we can show our team or our visuals, it goes a long way in building that trust. Now, the reason we don't show this higher up in the page is the how we're different page. People won't care if about our company background or how we're different unless they know that we can actually serve them first. So that's why we have all the other items like social proof, like the process, like our services above the actual about of the company. After the about, we then move on to insights, resources, or proof. Now, this is where we show people our recent work and really that we have a heartbeat of the business and that we're active in the community and we've got momentum. It can be before and after shots. It can be our IG feed, anything that shows that we're active, we're contributing, and we're creating content. Now, the second last thing we need on a service business-based page is our call to action. Now, we should have multiple CTAs throughout the page. Ideally, at the end, we have one last big call to action, which might be the form or the next step. And if we can reiterate why people should trust us, it'll go a long way in reducing that friction and helping them take the next step. Now, this is where most people end. But the last section you need on your homepage is FAQs. And this is incredibly important, not just for people to get specific information they need, but also for large language models or LLMs like Chat GPT and Claude and Google Gemini, because those bots or those LLMs actually crawl this stuff. And this is one of the best ways to get surfaced in those AI overviews. And it's one of the highest ROI things you can do is having really strong structured FAQs on your website. Okay, so those are the 8 sections you need. If you want to see some more service-based websites that we've built at WolfIQ, you can check out our portfolio in the description below. And I hope this is helpful. See you in the next one.